You gotta have knowledge for life. You gotta have knowledge for life. You gotta have knowledge.
The kingdom of heaven is within you. This is God right here. This is God right here. You're wearing it. You want to see Jesus? You're wearing him. You want to see Muhammad? You're wearing it. We're wearing it. It's like a cloth. It's a fabric. God gave us a textile, right? And it has power. And we have to understand how to utilize that power. Okay? Now look, it's important because you're the next generation, right? So I want everybody to retain the information that I'm saying to the best of your ability, because we can't do it in one event, but we can get information in this event. So when you leave this event, you can apply certain things to keep you on a frequency. So when we do the next event, we can have some progress. All right? Progress. All right? Okay. So now, this is another important point. Sorry about this, guys. I know the ADD starts kicking in, but it's important. Okay. You get this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have to stop praying with words. We pray with action. And the answer to the prayer is the results from the actions you take. Okay? We cannot pray. There's no more of that. So Jesus, God bless me. Allah, we can't pray with words. We pray with actions. And the answer to the prayer is the results that you get from the actions you take. That is the answer to your prayer. Okay? Next thing. The conscious mind. The conscious mind. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, you taking notes. Okay. But I like that. No. I know. This is for you. I want you to take the notes. No, I'm telling you, I'm glad you're taking notes. I'm shouting you out. Because a lot of times, it's frustrating because we got all the technology, all the phones in the world. But when it's not powerful, if you want to take a video, record it, please do. If you want to take a note, because this is an important part. All right? The conscious mind brings the idea to the subconscious mind. Once the subconscious mind is convinced, your neuromelanin is activated and you have access to the God within you, and you're able to perform miracles. Repetition of thought helps convince the subconscious mind. We are able. I want you to get this, brother. Please, just put it in your phone. Please. Put it in your phone. Just put it in your phone. Put this in your phone. Just put this in your phone, please. Okay? Because we come here, and I know what it's like. A lot of times we come in good faith to these type of events, but this is one of them ones. Okay? We can create our own miracles. Our brain has neuromelanin. It is activated. It is activated with repetitive thought. So consciously, we're saying, I want money. I want money. I want money. I want money. I know that's right. Now, if Jesus was alive, Jesus had the basket. We make the fish multiply, right? We can multiply dollars with positive repetitive thought. We create our own miracles. And the neuromelanin in our brain helps us produce it. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. An emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. God blesses us with provision. Provision. Okay? The answer to the prayer is only the results from the action you take. That's why they say faith without work is dead. So you have to have some type of a faith in yourself, because you're the one doing the work. So I can't just have faith in somebody in the sky and no faith inside myself. I have to have faith inside me first, because I'm doing the work. God does not work for you. He works within you. He works within you. So the same thing Jesus did, we can do too. So it's very important to understand how the brain works and how repetitive thought works, because you want something, right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't, right? You want some money, you want something, right? So you sit here and you get the answer, but you might miss it because you didn't think the answer was you. Because you've been conditioned to look out the window instead of looking in the mirror. We got to stop looking out the window and start looking in the mirror. God don't work for us. He works within us. So when we start to understand the tools God has given us and how to use these tools and apply them to our life, then our life will change. We've been waiting for Jesus for over 400 years. We've been sitting waiting for some white men to come. That ain't coming. We've been sitting having these meetings. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. The black code, shout out. But none of it works because we don't believe in us. We don't believe in us. We got to believe in us. Okay? Very important. Being intentional with prayer. Next thing is, Jesus learned how to operate like God. So can you. The power is within you and we must learn to use it. Have faith in yourself and your abilities. Let's create and practice creating. Let's create and practice creating until we have new creations. Okay? So the same power that Jesus had in the Bible, everybody sitting in this room has the same power.
Come on, bro.
Everybody in this room has the same power as Jesus, as Muhammad, Buddha, whoever you want to call. We got the same power. The only way to tap into that power is repetitive thought. So you have to have affirmations. You have to understand mantras. You have to understand how to write down things, right? Okay? Next thing, positive thinking unlocks your power. Okay? Positive thinking, okay? So you got to have affirmations. And then you have to understand that when you get one negative thought, you have to replace it with 100 positive thoughts. When you get one negative thought, you have to replace it with 100 positive thoughts. And our bodies produce chemicals associated with the thoughts that we think. So if you think of something negative, your body is producing cortisol, testosterone, adrenaline, right? That leads to anxiety, depression. When you're thinking something positive, the body produces dopamines, melatonin, which helps you relax, right? So serotonin, right? So we have to understand that that's the God aspect working within us. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. We can literally bring our freedom into existence by thinking about our freedom until it comes into existence. All right?
You gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta have knowledge for life. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta have knowledge for life. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta have knowledge for life. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. You gotta have knowledge.